This is a short little shout out to all of my friends and colleagues who practice criminal defense, and I'm blessed to be a member of that legal community. And that's not all I do, but it's certainly one of the things I have always been passionate about. I was blessed as a young man to work at the Texas Court of Criminal Appeals for Judge Barbara Hervey. I learned a great deal there. And one thing that I will impart to you guys is that when it comes to criminal matters, there's always a disparity between what the government or the state of Texas claims the criminal responsibility for your actions and what the individual client feels is a reasonable interpretation of what level of responsibility that may or may not be. And along that thread, something that I have said many times to clients is that we are all not like Michael Irvin. We cannot stay up all night having a blast and then go catch a touchdown at the 50 thrown, perfect spiral by Troy Aikman, one of the greatest quarterbacks ever to play for the Dallas Cowboys. We can't do that. We're all human, and that's an example of probably some superhuman or heroic ability. And the reason why that's important is because we have to come to terms with our own actions and owning personal responsibility for our transgressions, whatever they may be, against the peace and dignity of the state of Texas. And it truly is a transgression against the peace and dignity of the state of Texas, and that's how it's alleged in any kind of charging instrument. And the reason why that's important is because to be successful in any matter as a target of an investigation by the government or the state of Texas, you need to own and be personally responsible for your actions. You need to own it. And that is the kind of affirmative action that the government, the prosecutor's office, the state of Texas, the district attorney's office will appreciate when they are looking at an individual defendant not as a statistic but as an individual. And how do they weigh the merits or not of the punishment to be assessed? So I guess the message, in as blunt and clear a term as I can say it, is that personal responsibility matters, especially when there's an allegation of criminal responsibility. And when you're the target of that investigation by the United States government and the state of Texas, it can be one of the most crushing and oppressing things that you've ever faced. It feels like the weight of the world crushing, being twisted under a spring. I've heard all kinds of expressions, but the fact of the matter is, if you focus on your own actions, take responsibility for your own deeds, that's, in my opinion, one of the keys to getting a reasonable result from the government or the state of Texas in a criminal prosecution. Have a wonderful evening.